Hey guys, welcome to Clink. Hey guys, welcome back to Clink.
Even though we're in the second month of the year, we're going to talk about the ins and outs of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Some 2023, 2024 trends that we have our opinions on, even though our opinions don't matter at all. These are our hot takes.
Okay, let's get started, shall we? Okay.
Also, disclaimer, me and Riley don't agree on all these.
No, yeah. So, obviously, a big 2023 trend that we saw was like the girly girl aesthetic, the bows everywhere on literally everything. I liked it. I think that it is here to stay for a little bit, but I do think that it's going to end up going back out. I think that like cool girl aesthetic is coming in.
See, I don't not like the bows because I think it makes stuff cute.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can always tell when something's gonna be just like a fad, like a fast trend. And that's why I don't invest in like things with a bow on it or whatever necessarily, because I think that I saw a TikTok about this and I totally agree. The bow trend is like the 2023, 2024 version of like the mustache trend in 2010.
I thought you were about to say
whatever year
infinity signs.
No, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like infinity sign's a good one, because it's like there will be a trend of a object, and it'll be everywhere, and then it'll like die out.
Yeah.
Not to say that like bows will completely die out, because you like obviously little girls and stuff actually wear bows, but I don't think it's gonna be like on stuff.
No, yeah,
for much longer.
Me too. I think like they'll. I don't know. I can see people still accessorizing with them. Like I haven't.
That's the thing. Like I love bow accessories. I'm not I'm not like the biggest fan. Sometimes I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like I think sometimes people throw a bow on it and I'm like, or like in a logo or a graphic, and I'm like, what even was the point?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I did, however, see a Find You chapter just have a bow theme, bid day, I think it was, and it was like all wrapped up in Find You.
That's cute.
And I thought that was pretty cute because it was different.
And
but
for right now, it's very cute for its time.
Yes, I agree. I think it's a bad.
And also, I think there's a difference in like between the Love Shack Fancy theme going on and just bows in general, because I think Love Shack Fancy era is here to stay. Like I don't think it's ever going to go out of style.
Yes.
But I think like what you said, just like bows on random stuff is just not. It's gonna go out.
Yeah. Like, and honestly, the Instagram account we run, we made the profile picture have bows and stuff. Very cute for the time being, but a profile picture like can change easily.
Yeah.
So I think that like I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna die out or whatever. Yeah. So like, not to say we haven't played into the bow theme. I just think it will.
For sure. Okay, next 2023 trend. I think this kind of honestly started in 2022 and carried into 2023, but it's the no makeup look. I never really got behind it, but that's just because not that I didn't like it on other people. I just like, ever since I ever started doing my makeup, like I just loved being full glam. Like I could never do it, and I never looked good putting just a little bit of blush on and mascara. I just never
personally
looked good.
I just have always lived by that, because I'm not even by choice. I just am bad at makeup. So like, but like
not even.
No, I know people do it to make it look like they're not wearing it.
Yeah.
But like, I have said multiple times, like, if I could just have one makeup product for the rest of like, you only get one more, I would go with mascara. Like, a lot of the times, I've gotten better about not having to wear it all the time, but like, I low-key feel naked without mascara.
Yeah.
So like, mascara, blush, whatever, like that's a good some lip gloss or honestly, Aquaphor. I don't know.
It's a good like Like the blush mascara duo, I like it. I just like, and I don't know if it's just because I've always been like foundation, concealer, bronze. Like I have it. I'm just doing it. Also, that's why I feel like it looks weird on me, just because I've never done little makeup. If I'm gonna put makeup on, I'm gonna put it all on.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that's why I feel like it looks weird on me. But like when other people do it, I do love it, and I've tried to do it just like the Bloomy Glotion with mascara and blush and like call
my
it a day.
everyday. That is
You know?
all I do.
Yeah.
All I do. But again, it's not by choice. And I'm not
Mhm.
trying to be different or quirky. It's just like I wish I could do full glam. I just can't. I think I watched one makeup video when I was younger and just went by that
Mhm.
forever.
That's the only YouTube I used to watch. Like when I first found out YouTube was a thing. That's all I watched was makeup tutorials. I loved it. Loved it so much. Next 2023 trend. This one, I wouldn't say it's controversial, but the coastal grandma, coastal granddaughter, whatever it is, I loved it. But again, with the bows, I think that it's gonna go out. That's why, like, I do. I really, really love it. The blue and white everything, hydrangeas. Is that like those? The summer I turned pretty vibe. I think. Like
Yes.
I love it, but like we were talking about with the bows, I do. I don't think it's here to stay for sure.
The one thing I will say that differentiates it from the bows is that a bow is like an object, and the coastal granddaughter vibe is like its own aesthetic, you know. But I agree because that's another thing I have not gotten into that trend. I do think it's pretty. Like I like looking at you and our other roommates are always getting like little teacups and stuff. Um, and I've just always kind of thought, I don't know if that'll stick around. I just saw like a TikTok or something about wedding themes or something, and it was like a coastal granddaughter wedding theme, and I was like, I hate that because it like I can see where it's classy and stuff, but at the same time, I would not want to base my wedding off a trend that's gonna go away and like look back at that and be like, why did I do that?
Yeah, for sure.
But I do like blue and white. Like I think it's good.
Yeah, that I agree.
I'm very like aware of something's chugginess. Like I literally think everything is so chuggy. Like I'll look at something and it'll be coming back or whatever, and I'm like, that is chuggy. That's and a lot of people don't know what chuggy is because I kept telling my parents, I was like, quit, that's chuggy. Like I don't like whatever, and they were like, what is that? Did you make that word up? And I was like, no, it just like something that's out of style, like chevron is chuggy.
Yeah.
You know. I think those will be chuggy.
I think they will too.
Mark my words.
Yeah, she's calling it. She's calling it now. The next one is the color green. The color green was a 2023 trend, but also
this is
like
the first time I'm hearing about this. I didn't know that was a trend.
I think that okay. For me personally, like I've said this before, like growing up, me and Reagan, like I was always the pink girly girl sister, and she was more of like the blue green tomboy girl. But I think the color green has made its entrance into like everything, whether that be fashion, home decor, and like all shades of green too. Like the color hat that I'm wearing right now, or like sage green. Like I saw a lot of sage green in 2023, and then also like I feel like it's starting to make its way into like deep like emerald green too, which I like. Like I never thought that green would be up top near one of my favorite colors just because I've always been pink and whatever. But I like it, and I think the color green is here to stay. I really do. I feel like there was a lot of people like growing up. What's your favorite color? It was either pink, blue, or red, and never really like you never really heard anybody say their favorite color was green. But now I feel like there's a lot of people who love the color green.
This is actually the first time I'm hearing that this is a trend. Because if you know me, my favorite color my whole life's been green. So that I think that's kind of. I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I love seeing the color green. I've always said, back to the weddings. I don't know why I'm on the wedding topics today, but that my bridesmaids would either wear sage green specific. If you watch The Bachelor, the exact dress that Daisy was wearing, at the rose ceremony this past Tuesday, I've always loved that dress. or black. Like
Yeah.
those would be my two things.
Yeah.
So I really love green.
I like the color
I think
green.
it's kind of timeless.
Yeah. Our last 2023 trend that we're going to talk about, this is another one that I think is here to stay, but one of the biggest trends in 2023 was pickleball, and we love it.
And not even out of like, I'm not going to do that trend because I just like didn't play it because I didn't have the materials to play or whatever. And then like out of nowhere, and I feel like pickleball's been around. And it's probably has gotten big, and I just didn't really realize or whatever until everywhere had like pickleball sweatshirts, like Target and stuff like that. It said like pickleball club, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I want to play. And then we actually signed up to play intramurals together, pickleball, because you played it all the time with your family at home. And I was like, I like to play stuff, so whatever. And then you couldn't go to the game, and they were like, told me I was gonna have to forfeit, and I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So our friend Morgan, who was just on, she's like, well, I'll play with you, and she literally mansplained pickleball to me in 3 minutes, and 3 minutes later we played. Yeah. And we took a dub, and ever since then, like, I'm obsessed. Like, it was 10 o'clock the other night. We had played pickleball for 2 hours that day, earlier the day. It's like 10 o'clock, and I was like, I'm fiending to play pickleball right now. I don't know why. It's so fun because I like being active and doing stuff outside, and when I can do something like that and make it competitive, it's even more fun for me. So like, and that's just like the perfect game. Like really anyone can play.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say too. And I think that's why it's so big, I guess, because like we love it. Obviously, we're younger generation, but then like my parents love it, who are in the older generation, but they're like.
No, we played when we were playing the other day. Are you about to say that there was a group of four older women?
Yes,
they were going so hard, and I kept being like, "That's gonna be us." Like,
no, it really is. I love it.
That goes along with like golf and probably tennis. I know a lot of older people that play tennis. But like, you can play it forever.
Yeah, I think that. Here's my thing. I think pickleball is here to stay. Pickleball is here to stay. I do.
Pickleball is low-key the new hot girl walk.
Literally, if you haven't tried playing pickleball, you should. It's so easy, super fun. 10 out of 10 activity. Yep.
Yeah.
Now let's get into 2024 ins and outs. These are not necessarily our personal ins and outs. I will say, like coming into a new year, I love when the ins and outs is also 2023 trend. And I love it.
I was about to say, the reason I didn't make my ins and outs lists that I was making were jokes to send to my friends to be like, I don't know, I was just saying stupid stuff. But I didn't make it because I knew it was a trend.
It is a trend. I love it. I've never gotten behind New Year's resolutions. I like this because I'm not only going to try to bring new things into my life in 2024, but also trying to prioritize taking things out of my life that are not benefiting me. So I liked this trend. I really did. First 2024 out is impulsive shopping. This is one that I had on my list, like personally, but I think that as a whole society, I guess you could say, I think it's out. I think that really being intentional with your purchases is going to be in, and just like buying something just to have it. I guess this kind of goes along with being trendy, but just like impulsively buying something is totally out. I don't like it.
I'm going to contradict what you're saying. Not to contradict every word ever. It really sounds like we're just trying to debate. I think that right now, impulsive shopping is at an all-time high because of the like just alone, TikTok Shop alone is literally a website for impulsive. I have fallen victim to the impulsive shopping on TikTok and bought 100 silly bands recently, but not to say it's good or bad or it's staying or it's going. I just think the amount of resources are at their very highest right now.
No, and I do 100% agree with that, but I think that was something that like TikTok Shop made its appearance like closer to I think the end of 2023. That's really the only time I saw it. And then like buying stuff because your favorite influencers like have them. And I feel like I saw a lot of that in 2023, and I think it's going to start dying out in 2024 because there was a lot of things that a lot of people had that we bought and then ended up being disappointed in because it just because my favorite influencer has it,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I have to have it. So that's where I think that like those kind of things, impulsive buying, I think it's just
a little off topic, but I will say, I don't know why I'm saying it. I'm not trying to endorse TikTok or TikTok Shop because I'm still not 1,000% sure what exactly TikTok Shop is.
Yeah.
But the smartest business move TikTok has ever done is create TikTok Shop because then they have the shop. The influencers on TikTok, or honestly anyone, can get on TikTok, review a product, and link it in their caption.
Yeah.
The money they're making has to
Yeah.
be out the wazoo. Because like I way back before TikTok Shop was a thing or whatever, I remember when like food combos and all that were like would trend on TikTok, like the like sour grapes. I don't know if you've ever seen those, or like not even the chamoy pickle kit, but like a pickle wrapped in a fruit roll up or something. Okay, I've literally never had the desire to eat that ever, and I'm still don't like. I've just seen so many chamoy pickle kits. I'm like, I want that so. I just want to say I did it. It's not even that I'm craving it, and I think that it's because I've seen so many videos about it, and like, and every video I've ever seen is like link in the description. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So way to go, TikTok.
Yeah, that was an awesome business move. Sorry. Next 2024 out is phone scrolling. This one kind of it's tough for me to say. Not because I don't want to stop. It's because I need to stop just scrolling on my phone for the heck of it. But I just know that like it's so much easier said than done. But I think that people will stop scrolling on their phones as much and taking more time to me. I'm not really a reader, so I don't think like I'm gonna like put my phone down and like pick up start reading. But I think that something like that is going to like take place of just sitting in your bed and scrolling on your phone, like whether that be doing your devotional at night or journaling, or even if it's putting your phone down and like really intentionally watching a show that you've never seen before, like just putting your phone down, stop your scrolling for the night at a certain time, and just don't pick it back up until the morning. I think it's out.
Let me contradict again. Sorry, I know. I think it needs to be out for sure.
Yes.
Again, for me, like if you know me, like I have to get my TikTok. I have to go get vertical and get my TikTok scrolling. Like
no,
like
that's me
I tell
too.
my roommates I'm going to bed, and like they'll stay down here or whatever, and an hour later they're like, "You're still awake," because But I like have to get in my room, like not talk to anyone, and do my scroll, which isn't. I've gotten better about it. Like I don't necessarily do it in the morning or whatever. But the contradicting part, I think it should be out or whatever. I think it, like I said to the previous question or whatever, it's at an all-time high and it will only increase.
And I'm the same way. Like I think it needs to be out for sure, but I'm just like I have to watch TikTok before I go to bed. It's just something that I do every night. But the only reason I feel like maybe it's going to start, maybe not completely going out, but just like lessening the time on TikTok or social media in general is just because, and maybe this is just because of the stage of life we're in right now, but like we're about to have to start getting like real life big girl jobs, and just like I'm not gonna have the time to just sit and scroll on my phone like I do now. So that's the only reason I think that for us and maybe like our generation, it's going to start going out because obviously, like my parents, they have TikTok, they love TikTok, but they don't spend as much time on TikTok that I do, just because they have real jobs and like they
but I
go
think
to work.
On the other hand of that, they also don't because they didn't have it growing up. So that's why I think it's not gonna like. I
Yeah.
think it's only gonna be. Sorry, this is just a debate. This is just an Anna Riley debate on the couch. No, I just think it's like not even like my dad doesn't even know how TikTok works.
Yeah.
Really, that's like that's why he doesn't scroll
Yeah.
as much.
Yeah. Next, 2024 out. I'm kind of contradicting this right now with what I have on, but I think colorful clothing is out. I feel like a lot of, honestly, 2021 into 2023 was like vibrant colors, like putting on bright pink pants with like a bright blue shirt and like not really matching your outfits well. And maybe again, this is just because we're growing up and we have to like start, dressing to impress. But I think that like having basic neutral pieces of clothing in your closets is going to be in rather than having all these vibrant, colorful pieces of clothing that you can only really wear like one time because it's such a statement and then not really wear it ever again.
No comment. I agree. I agree.
You agree with that one?
Yeah, I think it was growing up, but yeah, I agree.
I just I think that like black and white pieces of clothing have always been in. Like you can never go wrong with like a black dress or whatever. But like I do think that other colors are coming in. Like I think navy is becoming a very popular basic color, like cream and gray and brown and like
Yeah,
all
I
of
hate
those.
that. By the way, I need navy to be out
You
because
hate navy.
I don't hate navy. I don't like. I will not buy something because it's navy because I have a mindset. The colorful clothing thing, I think I've just never. I am like a only want to get blacks, whites, grays for the most part. Um, but I also this goes back if you're a true fan and you know that I'm lazy girl aesthetic and I don't actually have a sense of style or like I don't really have a style or whatever. But it's so easy to change up an outfit when you get like a white or a black because it can go with anything. Whereas no, if I see someone wearing navy and black, like it irritates me.
Interesting.
I can't stand it.
Love the color navy, and I think that navy.
Same with blue on blue. That goes for blue on blue. If you wear blue on blue, I refuse to buy blue tops because I'm like, I can't wear this with my blue jeans.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've always liked the color navy. I think navy is a very trending color right now. Um,
I like navy. I like a navy and pink combo or whatever. But I don't need it to be classified as a hey, we're all wearing navy now because no. I mean, I don't follow trends anyways, obviously. Yeah. I don't have the funds to follow trends, but I'm just saying, if I see someone wearing navy and blue jeans, I'm fighting them to the ground. Like, it's over. No, I'll probably just side eye or something. I'll be like, boy.
Okay. Next out of 2024 is toxic friendships. Now, this one can kind of be not controversial because I think it's always
this is always out.
Like you're never gonna thrive and like you're never going to strive for a toxic friendship. But I think that a lot of times we have toxic relationships in our life and we just don't do anything about it because it's not worth the controversy. But I think 2024, it's time to, if you're in a friendship or a relationship or whatever, and it's not benefiting you, then what's the, like, why not completely cut? Not to say, like, go out of your way to be rude. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, like, if it's not benefiting you, then there's no sense in keeping that friendship in your life at all. And I think toxic friendships are
toxic friendship out, taking initiative is in.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm very non-confrontational at all, but I think you can exit a toxic relationship, toxic friendship without causing drama.
Yes, 1,000%. And I think that that's what needs to be in. Like having a friend just because they've been your friend for a while, but nothing's coming out of this relationship, why keep this friend? For the betterment of you, but also to better them as well.
Word of advice. We've talked about this a lot. If you are constantly asking someone to hang out, and one, it's always you making the plans. Two, they're making up excuses, which maybe they just don't want to hang out with you, and that's fine too. If you think you're putting more into a friendship, but you don't know or whatever, quit asking them to hang out. And if they never ask you to hang out, then peace out, leave.
No, seriously. Cut them out. Don't be rude. Don't go out of your way to be
no. You just
rude
quit
and
asking
cause drama, but just like don't. Yeah.
It should. I always think it should go two ways.
Yes, 100%. A friendship is just like a relationship.
A friendship should not feel like a job.
No, it should. With friendships, friendships are supposed to last forever. So like, why would you put in so much effort and so much time to a friendship when you're not getting the slightest bit of that in return?
I agree.
Cut them out.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start with our 2024 ends. The first 2024 end is dating to marry. I just like I was never a follower of just the like, oh, I'm just gonna date around that.
Just to do it. What's the point?
Yeah. I have always which I've been in the same relationship for the last 5 years, but like I always when I started thinking of I wanted a boyfriend, whatever, I'm not just gonna date someone just to date them. I want this relationship to last, and if it happens to be the person that I spend the rest of my life with, that's gonna be awesome. But I feel like there's a lot of people that aren't like that, which I guess necessarily isn't a bad thing. It's just how you look at relationships. And again, I think this also goes with the stage of life that we're at right now, that we are not that super far from getting married and whatnot. So just dating around doesn't really interest us at all.
I think the dumbest thing I've ever heard that's ever been made, ever, and I've always thought this, because I still, at my age, my old age of 21, don't know what it is, the talking stage. What is that? Is that not dating? You date to talk to this person and find out if you want to marry him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The talking stage is, what is it? Yeah. It's stupid. And me and my mom were literally talking about this not too long ago, and she was like, you're 21, you shouldn't have a talking stage or whatever, you're past that. And I was like, no, it's not I don't think it's a classified by age group. It's like a trend. It's like something that happened when I was in middle school. It became a thing, and I think a lot of people do it now, and it's literally blows my mind. I don't even know if that is.
Yeah. I just think that
I think the talking stage should have never been made. That's my point.
Yes, I agree. I think that, yes, it is important to figure out the things that you like about a person before you, I guess, start dating them, because we
go on a date. It's not I think the talking, which is like Snapchatting and texting and whatever. I don't know. It's just stupid. Go on a date and figure out if you want to start dating. And I understand no, you go on a date, that doesn't determine that you're boyfriend and girlfriend. That's not what I'm saying. But there's talking, and then there's dating, going on dates or whatever, and then there's relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? And talking stage, that shouldn't be a thing. No. It should be gone. Leave it in middle school or whenever it came out.
So when you're looking for your next relationship,
if I hear someone say I'm talking to so and so, you're getting slapped, basically. If someone asks me who I'm talking to, you're getting slapped.
Don't tell Anna anything about your relationships. Just don't.
Because
tell me all the things.
Talking is too. Okay, let me get on my high horse about this, because talk too is so open ended, and it allows people to be talking to multiple people. So that's why I think it irritates me so bad that you just don't have the courage to say or you want to be with someone. I just think the talking stage is too normalized. Yes, that is my point. I'm done. This is my mic drop. Talking stage is too normalized.
I 100% agree with that. I think when looking for a relationship, you have to genuinely ask yourself, do I like this person enough to spend the rest of my life with? If it's yes, awesome, great. Make them your boyfriend / girlfriend. Do whatever. If not, is it worth? Like I'm just saying, is it worth it?
It's a waste of time.
It is. It's a waste of time. You could be.
It's putting too much overthinking and worry and anxiety into play. Like just it's either a yes or a no situation.
And this doesn't mean cut them off for the rest of your life and never talk to them and never be friends with them ever again, because you can hang out with someone and like them and think they're funny, but like if you don't see them as a potential husband / wife, then that's okay. They can still be your friend.
Yeah. But no, I hope at my old age, I do not tell someone or tell my friends. But I think I hope my mom would, if I at 21 or older said me and so are talking, that she would slap me and say, "Grow up."
No, that's not. I think just be mature about it. Like if you do not see yourself, if you do not see yourself with this person, that's totally okay. And like I said, y'all could be friends, but be friends while cheering each other on when finding, hoping they're getting into a long-term, lifelong relationship one day.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Next 2024 in is self-care. This is kind of vague. I feel like this is the year for doing things that intentionally make you happy, like for you. So whether that be, finding an awesome skincare routine that you love doing, or like self-care, going to get your nails done, going to therapy, like literally anything that just genuinely makes you feel better as a person. And so I think finding something that genuinely makes you happy to do every single day, to like sitting down, doing your devotional, sitting down and putting on a little bit of makeup. I don't know, do whatever, what makes you happy. This is the year for self-care.
I think that low-key self-care became as big of a thing as it is now in 2020 during quarantine, because everyone was bored at home and they were like going to work on themselves. Yeah. But it's stuck around, and it's something that's like, yeah, I think it's important to, it's not like a trend necessarily, because you do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
but I also think that like it did become trendy at one point, like, oh, like I'm gonna do this just
I think it still is
follow
like
the trends, but because I was that way too. But then I found things that I genuinely loved doing every single day, like little things, just me by myself, like I loved doing. And I think that it's something that everyone should give it a try. Like you, like I think part of your everyday self-care is genuinely waking up, making your coffee, and doing your devotional. Like that's something that you do every single day that makes you happy. And so, yeah. But someone else may not enjoy it as much as you.
Yeah. Know? Yeah. I think just like making that routine, whether it's doing your skincare before sleep or whatever, but like, yeah, I think I did start that for a type of self-care, and now I feel disoriented when if I don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, for sure. And I think that's my whole point, is like find something that gets you in that routine, that if you don't do it, you feel off throughout your day. Just benefit yourself and make yourself happy. The next one I kind of touched on earlier is doing makeup for you. So like I said, like I wanted to do the no makeup so badly, and I still like, I don't know, it might not be like if I need some makeup on, like I'm going to do a absolute full face every single time, but I'm not going out of my way to purchase products that I'm not going to use just because I wanted to follow that trend. So like if I want to put on eyeshadow and eyeliner, I'm going to do it instead of just not to follow the trend.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, agree. I do wear makeup for me.
If I want lipstick on,
I don't follow makeup trends. Like, shout out my little sister, who has a way better makeup routine than me, is way better at it than me. But like, I've tried her Rare Beauty blush. I physically don't know how y'all do it. Like, I don't know how people put it on. It looks like I just got punched in the face, and I just have blood marks on my face. My blush palette is from TJ Maxx, and it's probably a kid's makeup set, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, Don't be insecure about the
Oh, I'm
types
not.
of
I tell
makeup.
everyone, I'm like, yeah, that makeup palette, the thing's broken, and like, yeah, just use that. When people are like, what are your blush? Can I use
Exactly.
some blush?
No, because it obviously is what works best for you. Why would you go and spend lots of money on a blush
Hmm.
palette or something that you don't like?
Yeah.
Like that's just
I wish I
dumb.
could use that. I think it looks cool when people do it. I'm just
Hmm.
like, I don't know. I just don't know how to do it. So,
Yeah, do your makeup for you, not for
yeah.
anyone else. Next, waking up earlier. Anna is so much better about this than I am. I really am trying, but I'm gonna be honest here. Like, if I don't have to get up, mm, I'm not gonna set my alarm, and I'm just gonna wake up when I can.
If you know me, I'm the queen of sleep, the queen of naps. I like, I don't know. I can sleep late, I guess, but like, I used to genuinely like freshman and sophomore year here at school. If you saw me out and about, no, you didn't, because I would just like roll out of bed 15 minutes before I had to be there, brush my teeth, throw in some clothes, and go.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, I don't even really know what made me do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was the beginning of the year, right before school started. I was just waking up early on my own,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'll get out of bed now. And I wasn't. I was waking up at like, not even early. People think early is probably like 6 a.m. I'm waking up at like 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I formed a habit of like making like 30 minutes or whatever that
Mm-hmm.
I could drink coffee and do my devotional and then go to class. Like you said, to be kind of awake and not just so groggy. And I put makeup on and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Even just like, it just makes me feel better about
Yeah.
myself. And now, like, I have to have at least an hour of doing that. So I'll get up. So even if like, I'll have a class get canceled,
Mm-hmm.
but my next one's not till 11 o'clock. I make myself wake up at 8:30
Yeah.
for setting that alarm so that I have even more time to do it because I'd rather sit, enjoy my coffee, do my devotional, and just sit, like, not talk to anyone than be rushed.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say. For like kind of going along with this, I think that rushing is out in 2024. Like, I'm so like, why can we not just like set, like leave 15 minutes earlier than when you're supposed to? Like, and I'm preaching to myself right now because I'm the worst. But like, why can we not? Like, that's so easy. Why do we have to be
Mm-hmm.
rushed everywhere we go? Like, why can we not just like leave early? Don't leave 5 minutes before you have to be there. Like, just be there on time. Being there early is being there on time. Being there on time is being late. And like I said, I'm talking to myself because I'm so bad about it. But like you were saying, I want to be the girl so bad who just like wakes up at 6 a.m. and just like
Yeah, I can't be doing all
starts
that.
starts my day then. But I'm not there yet. But maybe once I get a job, I will be.
6 a.m. is kind of pushing it.
Next, our last in of 2024 is self reflecting. I feel like me and you both do a really good job of this. Like you said, I feel like this is part of your morning routine, I guess. I mean, I don't know what all you do in the morning, but
Because she's asleep and I'm doing this.
yeah. But this is part of my, I guess, self care that I do every single day is like whether it's when I'm putting my makeup on or doing my skincare, I take time to like kind of reflect myself over the day, but also like for the week.
I think self awareness is
Mm-hmm.
key. I don't know if I necessarily. I think I'm an analyzer. We, as a householder, we like to analyze situations and analyze
Mm-hmm.
ourselves or whatever. But I think just being self aware,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Now we're gonna get into our hot takes. Go.
my hot take: Snapchat is so overrated. Needs to be done. Everyone needs to grow up. This includes myself. Every year for the past, I'd say about 2, maybe 3 years, I've said I'm deleting Snapchat on January 1st. My only hesitation behind it, because I will do it. I will do it, and if you need me, text me or what. Don't hit me up. But like, my only hesitation is that it holds all my memories or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And like, yeah, I could use my camera, but I'm not going to, and I can't have a caption on my camera roll. So I just hate so much more than anything, like, which I can't even, because I do this so much, like just sending pictures back and forth of your face, like it. Snapchat has gotten to a point in the past couple of years where it feels like a job to me, and if you have me on Snapchat, you know that I don't answer Snapchats unless it's like my best friend list, pretty much, because I like it's literally like a job that, and I'm feeling like I'm forced to keep a streak or something, and like it's so annoying to me that hot take Snapchat needs to be out.
No, I agree with that. I like Snapchat, but like you said, if it didn't hold all my memories, I think I could cut it out of my, like cut it, like literally delete it off my phone. And if me and my cousin Katie didn't as high of a streak,
I was literally about to say, at what age am I gonna quit my streaks? Because I've be some of the high streaks, but like at what age? I literally said to my friend Lauren the other day that I was like, "Are you gonna Snapchat me a picture of your baby when you have a child? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna be old Snapchatting?" I love Snapchat to an extent, like how me and Lauren don't live 2 minutes away anymore, so like we really just we text, but we keep up majority through Snapchat. We can send a funny every day. Probably she sends me a funny picture or video, and it has nothing to do with anything. It's all, and I enjoy that. Like I enjoy opening those, but just to have like a mindless Snapchat streak, like just text me. Just text me. I don't want to keep up with it.
No, I agree. I don't know my hot take.
Well, you could just say that you agree. Like you say, hot take, Duncan's bad.
Hot take. Yep. My hot take. Not this one's not as like as deep as yours, but I think that Dunkin' Donuts is overrated. Sorry, don't shoot me. And you're probably, if you've known me for a while, you're probably like, boy, shut up. Because for the last.
Because she has a dog named Duncan. So.
Yes. But here's my thing. I've just come to my senses with this. Because, like, oh, like, is my Dunkin' going to be just like really good today? I'm really enjoying it. Or is it going to be horrible? I'm going to take 2 sips of it and then just not drink it for the rest of the day. Majority of the time, it wasn't that good. Like, I'm just going to be flat out honest. Was it a good price? Yeah, but at the same time, like, I'm a very bougie coffee drinker that, like, I never went to Dunkin' anyways and just got an iced coffee with cream and sugar. Like, I had to get an iced caramel latte. So, like, why not go to Starbucks and get the same thing? It's going to be 10 times better. I'm going to drink the whole thing, and it might be 50 cents more. So, like, it's okay. And I think it's overrated. I mean, I'm totally on the I hate Dunkin'. I'm obsessed with Starbucks right now. That's just my mindset.
If I have not contradicted anything you've said this whole episode, I will start now because I will die on the hill. Duncan, don't let this ruin your view of us because Duncan sponsor me. I am an avid Dunkin' drinker. Is it the best coffee I've ever put in my mouth? No. Am I getting what I paid for? 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. And the 50 cents thing is not even close because my Dunkin' drink for the same size, my medium too. No, not even the same size because if I get a large, it's way bigger than a venti to me. I am paying $4 for that at Dunkin', and my favorite coffee at Starbucks. If I get my favorite one, is over $10. So I'm really getting a bang for my buck because it's good, it's cheap. I'm gonna disagree forever because yes, it might be a game of is it gonna be good or bad. I feel like I haven't had a bad one in a really long time. I feel like in high school it was it's either gonna be really good or really bad. I feel like I haven't experienced that in a while. And you're getting what you paid for.
Yeah.
1,000%. I'm not to say I don't like Starbucks. I love Starbucks. I love Seven Brew. I love mixing up where I'm going. But if I only have $4 to my name, I have another choice to get a Dunkin', but it's not going to disappoint, probably.
Yeah. But I just like, if I'm going to spend money on coffee, then I'm going to spend $2 extra and get exactly what I want from Starbucks. and it's going to hit every single time. I can't tell you one time that I had a bad Starbucks.
I agree. I haven't either. Have I paid over $10 for Starbucks? Yes, that's sick. That's so sick.
I've never.
So I think too here.
That's a personal issue.
To say a price difference, it's not though. It's like it's a really good drink.
Yeah, but there's also really good drinks at Starbucks that
I
aren't
don't
over $10.
ever get my $10 one because I cannot afford that. I can't just be spending that type of money. Mom, don't think I'm spending that type of money because I don't. It's just like back to the size thing too. Like I'm gonna get more at Dunkin' if I want, and it's gonna be good. So it's okay. We are on two different sides of the fence of that.
We'll agree to disagree.
I will still be getting Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
That's okay. I'm very, very happy for you.
And I'm gonna get Starbucks too. And I'm gonna get 7 Brew. And I'm gonna get wherever is giving me a supply of caffeine, I will get it.
No, yeah.
But too. I'm not gonna shun or diss on Dunkin' ever. They've been too good to me.
Yeah. I think the thing I'm upset about the most is how much money over the past 6-7 years that I've spent on Dunkin' coffee just for it to be mid. I just am more upset with myself for doing that rather than, I don't know, just not getting it at all. We're going to do the question of the week. This week's the hardest decision you've ever had to make.
To not play volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. There's probably better ones. I just can't think of any, but probably because that was just such the love I had for it on top of everything. But then, like, thinking back of all of the time commitment, it's a money commitment, the sacrifices my parents had to make to get me to practices and tournaments and spend their whole weekends in a different state watching me play, whatever. So to do all that was a very hard decision, but
and then almost to just kind of like, it seems like you're not doing this, but to seem like you're just kind of
like what I do all that for.
Yeah.
But in the long run, it's been a very good decision because I've said it multiple times, but it worked out in the long run.
Yeah. I think mine, kind of going along with that, I think mine was definitely deciding if I was going to quit cheerleading or not. I think it came down, and I've talked on this before, I think it came down to, like, honestly, it wasn't really a decision. It was something that had to be done. And I just had to come to terms with that myself. Like, so kind of like an internal battle. It was really hard because, like you said, like, I had done it for so long. And, like, before cheerleading, gymnastics was my life. So just, like, that whole kind of vibe was just literally my whole entire life. So, like, quitting that and then who am I? Like, that is what made me me, and it was just really hard to, like, come to terms with. But I will say, I think the whole internship process right now is probably the hardest decision that I, after it's all over, would be the answer to this question, just because there's so many things to think about that, like, obviously, yes, I'm still trying to think about and, like, weigh my different options here, because there's so much, like, where am I going to live? What am I going to do? What company am I going to work for? Am I going to try to work with a company where I just get an internship, or am I going to look for companies that are potentially going to offer me jobs outside of that? Like, do I want to live there after my internship? Like, literally all the things. There's so many different aspects that go into it that I just, like, am struggling so hard with. So I think that right now that's going to be the hardest decision that I've ever had to make in my entire life, because I think right now it can affect the my what's to come in my life for the next couple of years, if not forever, like, depending on my career and whatnot. So I don't know, it's really hard. There's just a lot to think about. So
yeah, that's good stuff.
All right.
What's the hot takes? Comment your hot take below, and we're gonna go thought this one out after we cut the camera off.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We will talk to y'all next week, and we hope you'll have a great week. Bye, guys.